from today. Welcome to the Queen Cuisine cooking channel. Before we begin, I want to appreciate you all for tuning into my channel. If you are yet to subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe. Share this video with your family, with your loved ones, and stay tuned. I have a special guest in the house. He owns the Ayokoba TV, and please, if you are yet to subscribe to Ayokoba TV, please go ahead and do so. She's a very special dear friend to me and very dear to my heart. Again, before we kick off this today's cooking or lesson, I am going to hand it over to Madam Ayokoba. Hi sis.
Hi. And she's going to cook Nigerian favorite dish. You know, when you say Nigeria favorite dish is Ghana and fufu. Ghana favorite dish is fufu. So she's going to cook for us. What are you going to cook for us?
I'm going to be making the popular Egusi Soup.
Wow.
And we're going to be using Garri to eat the Egusi Soup.
Wow. What are the ingredients?
So the first thing you need is your egusi. So egusi seed is like this. This is your melon seed, but you have to blend it. And this is the blended version.
So this is ready to use, right?
Yeah, this is ready to use.
Okay.
And then the other ingredient is your onion. So this is 1.5 onion because it's a little bit small. So you have to slice it up. And of course you will need your tomatoes. So I'm just going to be using like 3. I like spice, so I'm going to add 1 pepper. So this pepper is a choice. This is an habanero pepper. You can add black pepper if you are not someone that likes your food to be hot. And of course 1 medium onion. This is already blended because we want to be able to manage our time today. So this is already blended. And then you will need your bitter leaf. So this is washed bitter leaf. We are not going to use everything, so don't freak out. So this is washed. We're just going to take some quantity when we are ready to start making our soup. And of course, no Maggi cube. I'm going to be using 2
for seasoning, right?
Yeah, for seasoning. Then we'll need our oil, our red oil, and I'm also going to be adding olive oil as well.
Okay.
And we also need a crayfish. This is blended crayfish. And what else? And of course our meat.
Okay.
So today we are going to be using some variety of meats. In here I have my stockfish and tripe. This is already well seasoned and boiled. So I had to use pressure cooker for that. And I also have
that's a lot of meat we're going to use today.
I also have my beef. Some gizzard, and of course a little bit of kidney.
Wow.
Also seasoning. We're going to cook this. It doesn't take much time to cook, so we're going to cook this, and then I have some smoked turkey.
Okay, so
you don't need a lot. Just break some into your soup to taste. Okay, so now let's dive right in.
Let me ask you this: all this meat you are showing us, is it your choice to use?
It's your choice.
Okay.
It's a choice. You don't have to use all the meat. You just, this is what I like to see in my soup.
Okay.
You pick and choose what you like. So I use stockfish. People use the smoked fish. You know, people just use beef and smoked fish. It depends on what you like. Yeah.
Okay, and the Garri, right? Of course.
So the Garri is going to come much later because we're going to use fufu. Our Garri. We're going to prepare this later, and it doesn't take much time to cook. So we're just going to use hot water to mix this up, and it's going to be ready to eat and tasty.
Wow.
So now let's start our cooking. The first thing you want to do, I'm going to turn on my heat. I hope you can still see me.
Okay.
So this is a clean pan. I'm going to add some red oil to my pan.
Hi family, this food I don't know how to cook, so she's going to cook, so I'm going to be helping her. I'm going to be her assistant. Yes.
Of course.
So tell me what to do, then I'll help you. Yes.
You know what? Right now there's really nothing to do yet because we kind of prepared everything down. You know, so we don't take a lot of time.
Okay.
So I'm going to add some olive oil too. If you want to measure this oil, because I'm already used to how I gauge my oil, you can use 2 cups of oil and 1 cup of olive oil. Okay. Olive oil is very healthy for you. That is why we add it.
Okay.
Normally, back in the day, we don't add any olive oil. We just use red oil straight. Okay. So I'm going to allow this.
So the oil use is your choice too.
Yes. Yes. So we'll allow this to heat up a little bit. The next thing after the oil heats up, you want to fry your onion. I'm going to put my onion there. I'm going to fry the onion. So while we wait for the oil to heat up, the next thing we want to do now is we're going to take our stock. Okay. Right? So before we even do that, let's go ahead and boil our meat. Let's put our meat on the fire.
Okay. This is the meat, the first one.
Yeah. It's already seasoned, so I don't need to put any seasoning in there. There's water in that jar, so let me turn the heat. Before we add any water, we'll let it heat up a little bit. So we're just going to...
So we're going to steam it.
Yes.
As you said, yes.
So we'll steam it for like 10 minutes and then we'll see if we need to steam it some more before adding water, because you don't really need to overcook your meat, because once you put it in the soup, it's going to be soggy. And nobody likes this soggy meat, right? So you have to keep an eye on your meat. So we'll still wait for this to cook. So what we're going to do, since we already pressure cook our stock and our tribe, which is right here, so we're going to use the stock to mix our melon, our blended melon.
Agushi, what do you call it?
So it's called melon seed.
Okay.
So this is the blended portion because that's what we need for our soup. Okay. So we're going to take from the stock. You can add, just add
this
one.
They have that I was telling you.
Yes.
Yes.
Add more. Because what we are trying to do, we are trying to form a paste. We don't want it to be watery. We're trying to form a paste. Let me see. Let me stir it.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think it should be okay. So let's stir this. Yes, it's okay. So you can mix that up
for you, okay,
to make it smooth.
Alright.
So the next thing
I told you this is my job. This one.
Now we are going to add an onion to our oil.
I'm mixing it, the agusi and the stock.
Added our onion to our oil. We're going to let this heat up. Pretty much we're frying it. I think once all the lumps are gone, then we're good.